Hey guys, curdhos here from Hostyle Conditioning. I'm here with the one and only Captain Smash, Jess Holland, who is in charge of our youth conditioning program. And today we're going to talk a bit about what we do in our youth conditioning. And one of the key components that we want to focus on is to find out where little Johnny, little Susie needs to have work, where they're strong, where they're weak, and set proper training for that. So all too often, when we talk about dry land, people just throw them outside and throw them in an arena or throw them in a gymnasium and run them around and do some burpees and stuff. And although there's some conditioning effect to that, it doesn't address the individual needs of the youth. So one of the tools we use here is an assessment. And what we do is we take each kid for 20-30 minutes at a time usually, and we put them through the paces. And what we're looking to do in an assessment is basically what, Jess? What are we looking for here?
Well, in the assessments, we're really using those as a tool to help guide our training style for these kids. And we'll do the assessments focused on mobility and stability, some strength work, their overall level of cardio conditioning and stamina, and then also their explosiveness on the field. So these things help us identify key areas where kids are lacking and allow us to improve on them. That way they're able to not only build up on their strength points, but also work on their weak points too.
Absolutely. I mean, you've heard the old adage, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. I mean, it's very much into that. And what happens for a lot of these kids, this is a great tool to help really find out what's going on. We can have two kids that look almost identical, yet they can have two very different issues, whether it's stability or mobility or strength or just something that we see in the assessment that we can pinpoint, not only in the training when they come to train over here at Hostile Conditioning, but also in some of the follow-up stuff that we want to have them do throughout the week to work on a little bit as well. So it's really that. And all too often I'm seeing kids that go out for tryouts in sports, they've got some talent, they've got a head for the game, but they're just on the fence because their conditioning, their fitness, their physical capability, their athleticism is what's holding them back. And I know there's a lot of coaches out there that have been in a situation where they see little Johnny or little Susie and they're sitting there going, you know what, if that kid could just move a little bit better, if that kid could be just a little faster, or if that kid could, run 3 shifts in a row, I'd take him. Because he's got the other stuff I want, but then I've got other kids that are fitter, tougher, might not have the same skill set, but they feel more confident working with them overall. And again, it's pretty tough on parents and kids when they do get cut from more competitive levels. Well, here's a tool that we can sit down and actually show parents, here's what we need to focus on. Here's something that we can do that can really make an improvement in how well your son or daughter plays the sport that they're interested in overall. So again, valuable tool, something that's really important to do as a starting point. And then one of the things we do down the line is, every 3 to 5 weeks, we'll do a retest.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a good key to kind of show the parents the progression of they're getting faster, they're getting better, they're getting more mobile, they're able to play better on the field, and they're going to be tougher overall. They're going to be able to handle the rigors of the sport that they're playing in. And it's those training tools that help us get them to where they need to be.
Absolutely. Excellent. Good talk. So listen, start off with an assessment, get your kids in here, let's find out where they're strong, where they're weak, let's capitalize on their strengths, and let's improve their weaknesses, and it'll make a huge difference in their sport, but also in their confidence and their self-esteem. Curdhos and Jess Holland from Hostile Conditioning saying, crush it.